Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Valverde. And it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Schneider. That is good alertness. Palmer. Now it's Kante. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bale. Valverde. Rijkaard. And it's Varane. Neymar. Referee's given a throw. Madrid appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. And it's Neymar. Neymar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Rijkaard is there, and he can pick it up. Schneider. Conte. Now Van Basten. Palmer has it in a wide position. Very nicely done. Can he get it through? Palmer puts a cross in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's Jordan Henderson! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Bale. And it's Valverde. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. He's done very well to take that back. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
So what can they make of this? And he's forced to go back. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. And here's Van Basten. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Back to the keeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Valverde. Valverde powering forward here. Oh, well measured.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Chance for a shot! It's in! So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Vieira. Ronaldinho. The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Palmer. Threads one in. Here comes the cross. Thuram tries to clear. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Tries to play it through. Rummenigge.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Cafu. Palmer. Khan. Now Costa Curta. And it's Snyder. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Rummenigge. Now, can they get him away? And he's in on, and the shot! No mistake! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And here's Snyder. Bale did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a nicely shaped ball. Palmer. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Distributed tidily. Now it's Bale. Palmer. And now the breakaway. That's a cute ball. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Knocks it into space. Can he latch on to this? Ronaldinho! It's in! And the comeback is complete! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Madrid go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And we have our very first corner. Griezmann with the short one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cannavaro. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Varane kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
So nearly the perfect ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Face to face with the keeper. Goes down, but nothing given. And it's Ronaldinho. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Not the most convincing of passes. Valverde. He's shifting through the gears here. Valverde! Bale. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's superb.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now there's a chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Thuram. Bale, nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's got his cross in. Calm deals with that, nice and simple. 2 minutes to be added on. Foot in. Looking to play him in. Now it's Pizarro. And it's played into the middle. Thuram spots. And that's that. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. What are you making of this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, the beauty of this system, Peter, is that you can offer both a back five and the front two, having sufficient strength at either end of the team where you need it. Equally, the wing-backs can supplement the numbers in midfield to make it a five, so I think it affords managers the ultimate flexibility. And I think if I were really pushed on what I'd like most, this would be the system.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Just eases him off the ball. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, the closest thing to goalkeeping perfection is this guy, Manuel Neuer. We all know about his abilities with the ball, but I want to keep an eye on his leadership. Such a vocal presence who accepts nothing but perfection.
It's Neymar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Valverde.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Can he stop it going out? Madrid have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Bale looking to run onto it. Valverde is the team's great visionary. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's really well manoeuvred. And they can counter here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Maldini wins the duel this time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bale showing good feet. Bale's cross. Ferdinand is there and he can get that clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Bale plays it in low, and he's quick to get it clear again. Now it's Del Piero. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Vieira. And Neymar. And it's Maldini. That's Vieira. Rafael Varane. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's worked it through. He has found the way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed, it's... Tries a shot! Isak gets flagged offside. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Vieira.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Vieira. Valverde. Oh, shooting chance! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. So the first half brought no goals. It's really well cleared. Shot a goal! It's bounced back off the post. Decent enough try.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
In with the challenge. And he's there to clear it. Now it's Ronaldinho. No, that was never going to make it. Bale. And it's Vieira. Out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, sweet feet. Chance to deliver. And that has been clubbed away. Clipped into space. Can he get it through? Now it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Valverde. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Wow, look who's involved.
And this is Neymar! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! Gorgeous! Just gorgeous!
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Ronaldinho has it in a wide position. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Bale is eyeing up his options in the middle. They're taking a moment to consider their options. It's a mighty effort in for the pieces. No mistake. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Isak, Ronaldinho, and he welcomes it in. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Ferdinand getting this one clear. And it's Ronaldinho. Neymar gets into some space. Shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe, he's having a go! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that has put paid to that. Shifted it to the flank. So what can they make of this? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ronaldinho.
This is the time you need that pace.
Quality ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that is as far as they're going to go. And this is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Oh, he's been caught napping. Delivered in.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Isak. He's through, now is he in? Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's been drilled forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Cafu. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Valverde. Valverde powering forward here. Pass is just off target. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Valverde. Neymar.
2 added minutes has been
Vieira
indicated.
running with the ball. Looking for the run. That ball looks a good one. Now that's well seen too. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And we're done. Madrid can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. It is a sea of red and white. Ajax, of course, the principal club here in Amsterdam, the club that unites this city, the club with such proud heritage and history, and so many honours, continental and domestic. It is a supercharged atmosphere. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Madrid cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Always onto this. Oh, good spread. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Tries to pass it through. Ronaldinho plays it in. Czech claims it, safe hands. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does. The perfect blend of power, of pace, and it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's forced to go back. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's found a way past. Oh, no joy this time. Vieira.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's a promising position. Bale. Madrid have got it back. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
So it is still 0-0. Nicely spread. Now it's Bale. Bale puts them all in. Ajax have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rijkaard getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Bullet. Thuram. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. He's picked his way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. He's had it taken off him. Played back in. Hernes. That's Thuram. Bale. Vieira. And it's Neymar. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Mbappe! Great chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Maldini. And here's Ronaldinho. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice control. And he's managed to get free. And this is Ronaldinho. Big header! Oh, he's hit the bar! He's missed, but not by that far.
Bale could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He plays one through. Oh, super ball! Shoots! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar, played out to the left flank. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick announcement.
And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Well, after 45 minutes it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Ernest, good driving run. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Pull it. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Ajax trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. It's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good take and there's the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Ajax have their second corner now. Moran gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Hullet. Tries a shot!
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Vieira has a look and plays it forward. And this is Ronaldinho.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Deftly away. That has been slung wide. And here's Neymar. Mbappe. Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
This is the time you need that pace.
Roberto Carlos. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bale carries the ball down the right. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Bale's cross. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Ajax really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Ronaldinho picks it up out wide. That's good play. And it's Maldini. And he's in on goal. He's free. Neymar!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldinho, while facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a go.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He has found the way through. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Could move up a gear here. And there goes the final whistle. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side. Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that then. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Madrid cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploit.
Mbappe! And he's found the net! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
Valverde. Bale. Aimed beyond the defence. Pinches it off him. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Stood up well to him there. Bale. And he was alert to it. Makaleli. To Messi. And it's Cruyff. Oh, good spread. Haaland touches it back. Gattuso pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's picked his way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Japan with the corner, they're first. Messi plays it short. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Nicely shaped ball. And he cuts out the supply. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Bale. That's a shade optimistic.
Japan clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see...
And Messi! He's missed, but not by that far.
Messi really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Over to the left. Out towards the flank. Messi gets into a good position. Now that looks a decent ball. Real chance here. Shot a goal! He's got it all! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Not a defender in sight, he had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that should get the job done. Ribéry! No mistake! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd...
And he's had a hit! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Looking for the run. Played out towards the right wing. That's tidy. Fired deep towards the back post. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Makaleli. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Cruyff. Out to the left it goes. Ribéry. And this is Cruyff. And it's Ribéry. It's a good foot in there. There's the whistle for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and the start.
Ribéry! And that would have been some goal.
Ribéry just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Played out wide, and this is Park Ji-sung. Maldini herring after the ball here. Park Ji-sung has it out wide and in space. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And Ribéry! He scores! Japan are level! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
This has become one superb game of football. He's having a shot! Goal! Japan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Japan get themselves into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Makaleli. Played out to the left flank. Bale. It's a promising run he's making on the right.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
It is a corner, good chance.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Terrific header! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Shapes to shoot! There it is! Level again! And they are in no mood to give up the fight.
Yeah, and you really have to give credit to the way these players have handled themselves. Can they get another? Probably. I really shouldn't be tempting fate, but I'm backing them.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And it's made its way to him. Back into the middle. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Messi. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. He shifted it to the flank. Ribéry gets into some space. Well, that pass isn't the best. Spread it left. Makaleli. And it's Gattuso. Now Gattuso. Now this could be a chance. Looking for options for movement. He's... a header! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Japan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bale. Spread out to the left. And here's Ronaldinho. Has crossed. Big chance! It's in! And they are right back in it. Hopes and dreams alive again.
Well, that's it.
And there goes the final whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Madrid are utterly focused on their objective here. A single point and the job is done. Can they do it? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Madrid come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. And it's Neymar. Nice looking ball. Dink through. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Hullet, looking for options for movement. Ball's up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
That looks a decent ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now it's Alvarez.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Hullet. Good ball, good take. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Beckham. Driving forward.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who were able to do that at the highest level like him.
That's really well manoeuvred. Davids. Now it's Hullet. Madrid so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's made its way to him. Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And this is Hullet. Vieira. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Always onto this. That is good alertness. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Fires it in low. And that has been clubbed away. Played towards the front line. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Davids.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And claimed it back swiftly. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, it's come loose. Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Davids. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Aims beyond the defence. It's a good-looking delivery. Last-ditch... Oh, what has happened here? And a cross. Ronaldinho quietly revving up. That's a little off target. Vieira. Now Hernes. Mbappe. That's Maldini. Now it's Hullet. And here's Mbappe. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that is high.
Bale has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Now it's Alvarez. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Vieira. Šeško can be a real threat inside the box. Lobbed in behind.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Played through for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Bale. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Alvarez. Well, played right into his path. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Turan going vertical. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's Bale! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution on the field.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 77, Beckham. Coming on the field.
Threads one in. This is Owen. This is Owen.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's quick to get it clear again.
Messi. Number 16. Now, substitution in progress.
Cross from Maldini. Tries to get it clear. Tries to pass it through. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Bale. That has not gone well. Oh, there's a probing ball. Turan. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Goes for a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches.
And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
With the owner of
Your
a
final
blue
thoughts,
car
Jim?
parked
It's a
outside
poor
the
result.
stadium
They
gate.
offered very
Kindly
little goal
remove
threat,
it, as
and
it
it's
is
the
about to
kind
be
of
towed away.
unproductive performance that can drain confidence.
Madrid have yearned for this. Now they must earn it. If they can earn a point over the next 90 minutes, they are going up. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Madrid come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Nice bit of trickery. Across it goes. Bellingham concedes a free kick for that. Endo. Now this could be a chance. Crosses it in. Big header! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Now it's Bale. Turns back here, probably the best option. Searching pass he's played there. That's the throw. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Horace! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Cleared without complication. It's a smartly directed ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. Endo. Oh, easy pickings there. Ernest. Good, strong midfield running here. And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Endo gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Always going over the top. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Bellingham. Ernest.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Bale. Fired deep toward... He's got goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Endo did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bale, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Stood up well to him there. No goals as yet. Now he's got space here. Good ball, good goes for a shot! Bale, very much a man of this moment. It's a promising position. He is through here. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And it's Bale. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it, can he get away? Nicked it back promptly. Maldini. Cross to the back post, climbs up big! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. He gets big! In for the pieces! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
El dorsal 13.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he can clear it away. Maldini. Now Hoeneß. And it's Vieira. And there's his chance to lead the counter. No luck with that dink over the top. That's an imaginative pass.
2 minutos de descuento.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Varane cuts it out. Looking for options for movement.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Vieira. Bellingham. Duan is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Hoeneß. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Here's Vieira. And here's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. And it's Bale. That'll be a throw-in. Bale.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out for a throw. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. Madrid still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Maldini. Hoeneß. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Good take, and is he in? And this is Bale. Goes down, but nothing given. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14 será reemplazado
So the
por
manager can make a
el
change
dorsal
for the
6.
first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Japan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, sweet feet. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Madrid are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Some resolute defending there. And he's picked it up out wide. And he's managed to get free. He's going for goal! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Pull it. Over to the left. Mitoma. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's come loose. And he whips it in. Oh, he's been caught. Shot a goal! And he's found the net! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Vieira. And it's Bale. And he cuts out the supply.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Driving forward. And it's made its way to him. So much time and space here. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Mbappe! Ronaldinho! Decent chance! It's in! Level again! And they are in no mood to give up the fight.
There's the superb character and personality we always talk about, Peter. And you can tell it's really unsettled their opponents. The question now is, can they take maximum advantage of what they've just done?
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bale could try cutting inside here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And reclaimed it in a trice. That's a cute ball. Floated through.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Japan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Duan. Now it's Mbappe. He has a look up. Duan is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham. Bale. And he's had it nicked away. That's that, the end. Madrid clinch promotion, the draw enough to get them what they wanted.